when you listen to that album in the order that it's in and like through, I don't know, it gets me going, like my emotions going of like how I feel about a song, or I'm like, what the fuck, like what? And I remember that feeling, but now every time I listen to it, I get this, response or that, but I enjoy it even more every time. And I don't know, he's really good at making music for me, in my opinion, that gets me into it at that level, and that's what I love about it. And so from what I've heard from it, I've really liked, but it definitely has been way different than I thought it would be. And it went in all kinds of different directions that I didn't expect as well. And so I've really enjoyed it.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't make it that far. Ooh, I don't know what the fucking day it is. I've been in goddamn quarantine and shit.
I'm pretty sure it's still
my
2020.
watch even died.
I think it's still March. It could be April. I'm not really sure.
6:48 is what that clock over there on the other side of this undisclosed location says. 6:48 on what day is it though? March what?
March 27th.
27th?
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit? It's March 27th, 6:48 p.m. My name is Justin. To my right, your left, that's going to be Steven.
Hey.
Right there in the back, as always, producing is Eric.
Yo.
And together we make the Lone Ranger vs. Tonto up in this bitch.
Hey.
And it's Corona time up in this bitch.
Yeah.
We're not even supposed to be here.
Well, I think we're an essential business.
Fuck yeah, as of yesterday.
Yeah, all my businesses were deemed essential this week. I was pretty happy about it.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Shout out to media. And
shout out to media.
Look, shout out to anybody who gets their news from us, which makes us essential. We're about to bring you the news. Tell them something what's going on in the news real quick, Steven.
And wait, real quick. If you get the news, the smoke isn't coming from me, I promise. If you get the news
Hold up. We in the Corona times, yo. Look, Eric normally don't smoke, okay? If this was a normal time, he wouldn't be blazing. But look, we all stressed out. I told him, hit the weed a little bit. You're going to be all right. And, hey.
He's going to be all right.
We're going to be all right.
It's stressful times.
Well, I got here. Justin said that he already had rolled it for me. So I was like, I'm not going to say no.
I mean,
that's
look, dude. What if this is the last one, right? Yeah. What if this is the last one we're able to do? We got to treat each one like it's the last one now.
Yeah.
It's only right.
Smoke every blunt like it's your last one.
And make sure you have your own blunts.
That's right.
Per state code, you know what I'm saying? We can't be just sharing blunts. That would be against state code. That wouldn't be right of our employer.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
Not at all.
So we each got our own blunts. I rolled them with water. No licking involved. Actually, as a matter of fact, I kind of licked this one. That's why it's mine. Yeah. What happened to the lighter, B?
I got you.
All right.
Well, I think I have a spare.
Okay.
You can hold on to.
I'm not supposed to touch your face either, but I'm having a real trouble with that one.
I think everyone is.
Yeah, that was hard.
Man.
Yeah, I think everyone is. Or it's just that you realize how much you do it. And you did it the same amount before, but now you're realizing it because you're not supposed to do it, And then I think, well, at least for me, then I start getting in my head like, am I just like crazy now, just touching my face too much? Am I counting it too much and I just notice it? I don't know. I had to let all that go, stop thinking about it too much, and just wash my hands more.
Oh, yeah. And then sometimes I smoke too much loud, and then I start coughing, and I think I got the corona.
Or your chest tightens up a little bit because that loud is a little bit strong.
Hell yeah. Either that or I'm like, oh, man, my fucking neighbors think I got the corona. I'm like, oh, shit. I got that COVID.
Shoot. Yeah.
I hope I don't got that COVID.
But that's real, at least from some of the people I've talked to and my own feelings of just like those like that circular kind of vicious cycle you can get into around that of like feeling like you're sick or, being scared that you're sick. And it's just like I feel like everybody feels it. No education or enough education is going to change much around just like those feelings around this because it's kind of scary times right now, Like there's some days where it's tough and then there's some days I'm like cool all day and then there's sometimes where I'm like, holy shit, what is going to happen?
What are you nervous about the most?
I guess maybe not nervous about, but like the most afraid of, I guess.
Okay. Afraid is a stronger word than nervous.
Yeah, it's more afraid. I'm afraid of like shortages at levels that are a little bit higher. Some of this stuff not really working because it lasts, like this stuff needs to last a lot longer than I think they're putting out money for right now. It was passed today with the $2 trillion.
Yep.
And, but a lot of that's one-time kind of stuff. There is stuff in there that's longer term, but not for everybody. And so I think if there's any scarcity problems, I'm afraid of like people just acting crazy a little bit, because like the other shortages too is like guns and ammo is out everywhere too, and like I don't have enough of guns for the guns and ammo to be gone from everywhere, and that's a little scary for me if people start trying to leverage that part of if they need stuff, because there's going to be people who need a lot of stuff during this time
but people already leverage guns when they need stuff. It's called robbing a motherfucker.
And that's what I mean. I'm afraid of that. And then I'm also afraid of like this being weaponized and like
yeah, but robbing people takes like a certain desperation. You know what I mean?
I think that's coming, man. There's going to be desperate people coming.
All right. Keep going though. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying about
like the white supremacist people and some like the stirrings that have been talking about those of like weaponizing this virus, like sending people.
You afraid they're gonna come get you?
Not me.
That you're gonna fall for it?
I'm white. They don't.
You're gonna fall for it?
Gonna fall for what?
Huh? You afraid they're gonna recruit you?
The fuck are you talking about? No
I'm just kidding. This is a terrible joke, y'all. Let's keep it going. What are we talking about for real now?
We are talking about.
I mean, white people have a history of bringing diseases to other
It's
people,
true.
so
Look,
I wouldn't doubt it.
hey,
I mean,
don't accept no blankets.
Speaking of that, I think there's like a really ironic part about all this, that the thing that brings this whole world together, because I do think there's a lot of good stuff happening right now, and there's a possibility even more good stuff to happen, but that a virus is so completely intersectional and doesn't give a fuck about borders or Democrats or Republicans or wealth or anything. Like, you might be able to get tested a little easier if you got some money, but the coronavirus doesn't care. It's everybody is affected by this. Everybody's got to stay home. Like, it's just part of it. The irony, I do love that this is what's bringing us all together in a country that is so separated by sections of whatever you want to define your section to be, that you need to have that power, those people. But like, this affects everyone. And part of that makes me hope that it does let us see that it's going to bring us together if we rely on some of this stuff, that they need the mass of people that this country has to make it work from now on, because it's not going back to the same. It's never going to be the same again. Our lives will never be the same again. I saw a bunch of articles today titled "What It's Going to Take to Get Back to Life is Normal," or like 3 things to do before, but just putting out there that it's going to be the same, and it's just not. Life will never be the same again after this.
What do you mean by that?
The way that we just shifted and realizing people are realizing what their value is, companies are realizing what the labor's value is, and people are also realizing that they don't need to go to work to do their job that they've been going to work for X amount of years. And companies are going to realize that. People are going to capitalize from this, because, part of all what's going on in our government too is these companies making sure they can get through all this easily and still make a bunch of money during it. And I think this is a shift in our country. Like, there was a smaller shift in 2001 when 9/11 happened. Like, there was a pretty significant shift in the country around how we felt about things, how we felt about Muslims, and like how open the Islamophobia became after that. Life was never the same for Muslims after that in America. Never. Right. And I think this is,
I mean, it's been 20 years, but like,
the Islamophobia around the world is worse than ever.
Yeah,
like,
but you give it some time. You give it some time. That should go away. You don't see like an overwhelmingly racial thing going on against Japanese people, and I'm sure for a long time that was a reality, and that's not a reality anymore. You can't say like it's never going away. Like, it's only been 20 years, which again I get. It's like, oh, it's been 20 years when you're living it. Sure, that seems like a crazy amount of time, but in the retrospect of maybe not retrospect is the wrong word. Maybe if you zoom out and you look at how many years and you look at human history, that's actually a really quick change. You know what I mean? 20, 30 years to get over some shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
just in
dude,
that argument,
people were enslaved for
whatever
hundreds of years. No, what all I'm saying is that it's definitely not what it was. It's definitely not today what it was 20 years ago.
No, like racism?
No, I'm talking specifically against Muslims.
You don't think it's as bad now as it was then? That's what you're saying? It's gotten better?
At least slightly.
I don't know. I think those are hard measurements to take to like quantify better of like how they're treated. Like they were banned from entering this country within the last 4 years. Like there was a ban from our president banning Muslim people from entering this country. Like I don't think that's progress.
It's true. Maybe that's not progress. I mean, got me there. Fucking ditto.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
fuck that guy.
I think it's always been there, and there have been like enough moments through it where it just kind of kept it like the fire burning. With like Osama bin Laden, when they got him, there was one Arabic kid in my school. He shouldn't have shown up to school for like a week, just because everybody was going on him, like saying that they got his dad.
That's fucked up.
It was fucked up.
That's fucked up. Kids are trash, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kids are trash. They're little assholes, dude. Fucking teenagers. Fucking teenage years are literally the asshole years.
Oh yeah, I was in middle school when that happened. So
from 13 to 19, people are asshole years old.
I don't know. They're better after like 15 because they develop.
Get the fuck out of here.
They do, dude. I stopped teaching middle school because of this, but they develop a little bit. I don't know what happens in their brain after middle school, a little bit after all the hormones like settle down, but they develop a little bit of empathy. And like middle schoolers don't fucking have any empathy at all. Like they only give a fuck about themselves, but they also are so self-absorbed because like their emotions are crazy and their hormones and growing, and like the social environment is a big shift for them, right? From elementary school into middle school. And like, it's too much for me to handle. There's people that are just like magicians of teachers that can handle these kids and like console them, but also like whip them into shape. Like amazing folks doing that work. But I had to move up to high school where kids have a little bit more empathy and like you can reason with them a little bit more as well, or at least I can. Like it's hard for me to reason with some people just because I think my brain works in a really weird mathematical way that sometimes I can't reason with someone well.
what do you think about schools
Or
that are
children well.
half middle or like middle school all the way up to high school? 6 to 12.
Wait, what was the question?
What he thinks about schools that have both middle schools and high schools.
Oh.
I don't know.
Just because of that big shift, I think having like moving to a new building just kind of like sparks that a little bit.
I don't know. I feel like the K-8 idea is better than the 6-12, or even I wouldn't even mind a K through 12. Like some of those aren't too bad, but usually, I mean, there's a good amount of separation. You do lose, like there's campuses now, and I think you lose a little bit of the separation between some of the grades, but I've seen it work really well. And I don't know, I worry more about just like where public education goes with that, where you see them like tucking middle schools into underpopulated high schools. And like, that's what, instead of like, so like Lincoln High School has like 4 different schools in that building, right? There's Lincoln High School, there's 2 separate middle schools, and there's like a credit recovery academy in the basement.
Yep.
And so, and they do this all over the place, and it's because they need different education, right? They need education that's separate, but then I also think there's a lot of like charter companies, privatized. When you hear charter, now in your mind, you're thinking of a privatized school, right? That something that operates on most of the most of the public rules the same, but they run their own thing. They get to make their own rules. Things like KIPP, things like Strive. Yes. Those are corporations, or those are big companies that run these schools all over the place, because that's privatized education. They write the curriculums or they contract all the curriculums from someone else, and it's all there. That a charter school is there to make money. That's what 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏, our education secretary, is all about. And when she talks about making more charter schools, giving more money to them, that's what she's talking about. Is just giving money to these companies that run these big national charters that are taking over these little sects that they can fill a 200-person half a floor on Lincoln High School is 200-person school, right? And enough room to run an office out of a classroom for the principal and all them. And there's a lot, and they are good programs. Some of them are great and they have great numbers, but I just worry where it's going because it edges out the true public education of being able to provide like free education. Because a lot of these places are like lottery-based entrance because they only have so much space, or they keep it to only so much space because they know that's the only way that they can effectively teach these kids is not having 30 kids in one classroom. Right? It's not too hard to figure that out. Drop your classroom level. You got to get more teachers, or you got to have less students. And they operate on pretty low levels in these kind of environments. And so they can and so when I say make money, it's when they're putting this nonprofit out there and pushing money into these curriculums and buying the curriculums and selling them out there. Like you still have to, they're subsidized by the government to be able to do all this. Right. Mm-hmm. And so that's where they get funding publicly through those schools, but then get to distribute that out how they seem fit, right? To pay for all of what they need. I don't remember what green one meant.
15. That means 15 minutes.
Okay.
22, but give or take intro.
All right. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. You lost me. I'm really high maybe, but I was trying to follow and.
You need a map?
And, well, I hear you. Yeah. The charter schools, they're trying to make money. Got it.
Yeah.
That's what charter schools do. Got it. Knew that already.
But that's it was in response to Eric's question about combining six.
What do you think about it? Oh, yeah. So you think that it's just all about money?
I think where it's happening in places like Lincoln, where the schools aren't being specifically built for like a campus. Like if you look at Vista Academy or Vista Peak Academy, way out west in Aurora, they're a K-20 campus. But it's
I don't know what the fuck that means.
So it's like kindergarten through 20, which would be a doctorate,
what the
right?
Fuck is 20?
That's like the plan.
4 extra years, yeah.
8 extra years after high school.
Oh yeah, it was K through 12. My bad.
So that's like the long-term plan for that is to be like a K-20 or P-20 or something like preschool all the way up there. But it's like a giant campus with multiple buildings and like. It's really,
where do these
really
exist?
nice.
Is there one around here?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about one out in East Aurora.
This sounds like some shit that you got from watching a movie or something.
No, this is from like off this Vista Peak Academy.
Come on, my guy.
Off of like 6
my
and
guy,
Gun
my
Club.
guy.
Oh.
Everybody can hear that through the microphone, just so we're clear.
I didn't know it was my phone. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Vista
they could
Peak
hear it.
P through 20. I mean, Vista Peak P through 20. That's wild.
Oh, you know what? I was just way over there. I was over there for a basketball game the other day, and it was fucking crazy. I was like, damn, I ain't never been in no school like this.
Right?
This shit looked like the ones on the movies.
Right?
This shit looked like the one on Clueless. I'm like, damn, this school got money, boy. Shit, there's like a McDonald's in there and shit. I don't know if there's a McDonald's, but it looked like there was.
It is a really nice school, and it's a interesting place. I've been there a few times. I never taught there, but I did some training there. Did a lot of training there.
Crazy.
Actually.
Crazy. All right, well, it's all closed down now. So
Yep.
What you gonna do with that?
What are some changes that you guys? Because he was talking about things aren't going to go back to normal. What are some changes that you guys are kind of hoping for?
Hoping for?
Yeah,
A lot of hope.
I mean, like for me, I would say, I mean, just one of the quick ones would be janitors and people that just clean areas get paid better.
Oh yeah, no doubt. All day.
Like when we're talking about non-essential and essential businesses, that's
Yeah, no
really
doubt.
essential, and most people don't care about it.
No, yeah, they just expect it to be done.
Yeah.
And then they expect the CEO to tell these motherfuckers that it's being done, which it is. But they ain't paying them fools no more. I'll tell you right now. Lupe ain't asking for no extra money either. She afraid already that she's excited she got the job. Ain't that some shit? Pay these motherfuckers what they worth. With your bitch asses.
True. Oh, across the
That was a
board.
good one, boy. You got me. Like the school thing got me too, but you went deep and I got lost. Sorry. I just wanted you to know.
I asked the question
no,
and I got
ain't
lost too. To be honest.
I think I might have too. It's all right, guys.
All right, you know it's that loud, boy. It's that time of day. It's March, whatever the fuck.
March 27th.
27th.
Yeah.
27.
So it's March 27th. What?
Man, everybody can hear that through the microphone,
God damn it.
Justin.
That wasn't even me.
Oh god damn it.
Hey, should we drink this beer?
Hell
Yeah,
we
that's
should
what I was
drink
gonna
this beer.
ask.
What the
What
fuck
did,
is this shit? Let's get to it.
This is a little bit of the Collette, or just Collette from Great Divide, which is from Denver.
Where's it at? I feel like I've seen that name somewhere.
They just put in, I think, a new restaurant on like Larimer downtown, but they also have had a brewery downtown for like over a decade, I think.
That might be it. I don't know.
Yeah. Great little brewery. They put out lots of great beer. I think they were bought out in the last few years by a bigger corporation. And I think they're owned majority owned, like it's like 51%. I still think they own like 49% or something like that.
All right. So what the fuck is it? A farmhouse ale? What does that mean?
So this is like a saison style ale, farmhouse style, meaning this was meant to be like drank in the spring, kind of about this time after you've been like working outside. It's all warm, and it's supposed to be like a refreshing, nice drink.
All right. You think that Collette, this sexy young woman that's on the side of this thing they got holding a pitchfork or something, she lit bomb. But you think she brewed the beer, or she's just like somebody's rendition of something that's not real?
It's probably a rendition.
I think that's somebody. I bet they took that from a picture, and that's a real picture that they turned into this can. And Collette is somebody in particular. Maybe it's an old picture. Maybe it's somebody's mama.
Maybe.
I'm gonna brew.
Maybe.
I'm gonna brew this one after. My mama used to always make me add whatever juice to it, and I called it a Collette.
There's a brewer who is a crazy brewer. You have to like drive like some kind of crazy amount of time to get to his brewery. There might even be like a boat like trip involved to get to it or something. I think that's him. But when you do get there, all the beers that he makes, every one of them is named after one of his immediate, like, or not immediate, but his family members. So it's like cousins, aunts, uncles, brothers, mom, dad, all of them. And it's like each one is like an homage to them in some way. And then there's like multiple versions of it. And these are all like barrel aged beers and like crazy cool stuff. But this Collette, I think there's probably a backstory to this. I feel like all like the early 2000s Colorado breweries like Great Divide, Dale's Pale Ale, New Belgium, all of them like all have like nice like hearty stories to each their beers. And they're cool. I love all these beers. It's like the beer I drank when I started getting into beer were like Great Divide and this stuff. And this is one of my favorite beers. Well, favorite saisons.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This one's pretty bomb.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, man, this one's off the hook. Collette's fire.
All right. Guy Colette's Beer Summit.
Look, it only
Was
took
a
him
success.
fucking 10 episodes. Fucking Collette. Get yourself one. That shit's pretty cool.
We only get one good beer every episode that ends in a multiple of 10.
All right, well, that's unfortunate for me, I guess. I got a fucking hole in my sock.
That's the worst.
That'll happen in the quarantine, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do?
You guys like
Anyways.
this one.
This one's pretty bomb.
Are you
This
gonna-
one makes me feel like this one tastes like the feeling when you've been walking around and you have some wet ass socks. You know, wet socks are the fucking worst. But maybe not even like a whole sock. It's like half the sock is wet,
Ooh.
so you can't not notice. And it's like, fuck, dude, half of your fucking foot is cold, the other half is good, and it's all like fucking with you the whole time. You're doing that for like an hour.
Yep.
And then you finally get back to the car, pull the sock off. You got extra socks. You put some socks on. Boom. The way that feels, that's what this tastes like. This tastes like putting on new socks.
Ooh, I love that feeling. Putting on new socks.
Hell yeah.
Like fresh new socks. Ooh.
Or nah. Tell me I'm wrong or nah.
Can't say that you're wrong. I really love this beer.
It's pretty good.
Still holds up. I haven't had it since I think they got bought out.
Oh shit.
And there's always a worry. They started putting it in cans, which was a surprise.
Does this normally come in a bottle?
It used to come in a bottle. Now I think it's normally only coming in cans. I'm not sure though. But the bottle used to be bottle fermented too, and you get like a little yeast in the bottom, or not bottle fermented, but pardon me. There was still like some sediment at the bottom. It wasn't filtered out completely, and I don't know if they're doing that now with the cans or if they're still canning it with the unfiltered yeast.
With the
still in there.
sediment.
Yeah,
That's weird. I hope I don't get any sediment because
it might be down
It
there.
might-
So careful
yeah,
on that
it-
last tip.
I'm not gonna be careful with shit. I'm gonna drink this beer the way I drink all the beers, and if it's got some shit at the end, it might fuck with my rating.
Ooh.
His rating was fresh socks.
It might feel like you. It feels like putting on fresh socks and then stepping in fucking water again. Could taste like that. I don't know yet. I don't know
Actually-
yet. That's not the official. But right now, it tastes like putting on some fresh socks.
I
After
actually
the old ones-
really.
Sorry. What? No, I'm just talking hot.
I've actually really always loved this beer after it's come to temperature a little bit more, where it warms up. I think it opens up a bunch and gets like, well, I'll let you guys experience it, see if it opens up for you. But I really love it after, it's still cold like it is in your hand, but it's not as cold as it is right now. Like, it's getting close, I think. Like when we opened them up, they were already pretty flavorful. Because if you go open one right now and drink it, it's not going to be quite as flavorful. Like all the cold.
Are you sure?
Try it, my guy.
I fuck with cold shit.
Right?
Right?
Why do you fuck with cold shit?
Look, because cold shit's bomb.
But if you
Cold
take
water is bomber than warm water.
right, if you take a Corona or
Cold milk is bomber than warm milk.
babies would disagree.
Boy, I'm talking about cow's milk.
Oh, still they would disagree.
Probably. All right, but everybody else, once you get some cold milk, you're like, fuck, that's off the hook, and you never go back. Don't nobody warm their milk up before they put it in the cereal. Not one person.
Yeah, they do. That's how you make oatmeal.
Oh yeah.
That's a different kind of cereal. Y'all knew what I meant. Y'all knew I meant that candy shit. With your lying asses.
The cornmeal oatmeal, the
Yeah,
like sweetened fat.
It's
not
candy,
fat.
dude.
Yeah,
It's candy for breakfast.
and it's all made from corn.
It's fucking crazy. Read the fucking ingredients on that shit. It's candy for breakfast. Not that I'm hating. I like candy too, shit. But let's just be honest about what it is. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Speaking about crazy and candy, I got nothing. I've been bored, y'all. This motherfucking quarantine got me fucking tripping, y'all. Not like tripping that I'm worried or nothing like that. I'm not really a worrier. I don't do that kind of thing. But
Yeah, I've been doing okay.
I'm bored.
When they released a list of places that were closed and what was open, I was like, the shit that's open is like all the places I go, except for this undisclosed location. And so I was like, this is pretty much normal. Well, I guess I occasionally go to bars, but I haven't been to a bar probably over a month. And so it's like, it's not really affecting me. The bank, the grocery store, that's all I really go to. Then I leave the house for work. Now I leave the house a lot less for work, which is kind of nice.
I miss the gym.
Ooh, yeah.
I haven't been able to train in 2 weeks.
I was a little injured, and so I couldn't train anyway or work out or anything. And then everything's closed down now that I'm back ready to go. So working out at home it is.
Yeah, I haven't even done any to it. I feel all guilty, but it's like every time I want to, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's not the same. Like the same, yeah. And I feel all sad that I'm not at the gym. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, it's fucking Monday. I would have been there. It's Thursday. Shit.
It's the only way you're keeping track of days is when you would have gone to jujitsu.
Nah, I lost track. Apparently, all sad. Shit.
Oh,
I need to
man.
run though. I haven't run either. See,
I've been taking walks. That's about all.
I can't be walking. I got too much energy. I gotta run. I gotta go do something. I'm getting bored, y'all. Y'all don't hear me. Oh shit.
Dang, man. I didn't know it was that bad.
I got energy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I don't have the. It's tight because I have energy, and I feel like even compared to other people, I got like energy. But you know, then I'm around people like my dad and shit, and my dad got energy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh snap! Like it reminds me. I'm like, dang, that boy's 60 something, early 60s, but 60 something. Just man, I'm like, you got energy, boy. Calm down. Shit. Slow down for 1 second.
It's a lot of energy.
But that's how I feel right now. Like I bet he feels like this all the time.
You think?
Yeah, he does everything all the time. I bet this is how he always feels. It's like, oh, I got to do something. Blah, 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 blah. He's feeling like that all the time. And I only feel like that right now because I'm bored because I can't do nothing. Because the popo done told me so. Isn't that weird?
Have you been playing like the video games? Or is it weird that the popo told you not to go?
Yeah. Joe was asking me about that earlier. He was asking me about like, you know, when they pull you over, what can they do? What can they say?
My plan is to just cough on him.
That's, again, that might go real well for you.
I'm well aware of my position and my
yeah.
what I look like.
Look, I am nothing but respectful. But man, what am I going to say? Hey, I own my own business and all my clients are essential. So get out of my way. I got somewhere to be.
Couldn't
Can I
you
leave
just tell
now?
him that you're going to buy weed?
I mean, not after 5 o'clock or something. I don't know. I don't know how this shit works.
24-hour liquor store.
Never done this before. Shit. I get that it's necessary, but I don't know how it works. This is weird, unprecedented, you know. But at the same time, necessary. I get it, and it should have been. The thing is that there should have been some kind of plan of action already.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, CDC's been asking for fucking 20, 30 years, 40 years. They've been asking us to have something like this ready, and here we are living it without that plan of action. So.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Good luck to us. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I don't know how to act as an individual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take your precautions. But
there's a bigger
chilling at home.
things.
Doing most of my working at home. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
We can get off that anyways. I was just going on a rant because I think it's crazy that these motherfuckers can just like pull you over for not going. They said the fine could be up to
A G.
a G.
Like $9.95. I was like, dang. Dude, that's the part that scares me with like homeless people. That's who I'm most worried about in this situation right away.
Oh, but they already said for them that don't worry about it. Just try to catch shelter if you can. But they're not worried about homeless people right now.
I think they will be.
I mean, sure. But right now, nope.
I'm concerned. And they also told ICE to stop doing stuff. And so they're not disbanding ICE or getting rid of them, but they told them to, I think they're no longer doing
Today they said that?
immigration arrest. No, they did this like last week.
Oh, no
I
shit.
don't know about that because I've seen posts about people being deported
Really?
while in quarantine. Yeah.
Maybe there was a date tied to that, but I remember seeing that hearing on NPR that they were stopping some kind of activity through ICE. But they're still operating and doing something. So I'm curious what they're doing. I'm also curious of like they're sending the National Guard places as well in America, which I'm like, what are they doing that for? I saw some Marine that I follow post that Trump said today that he's going to send retired veterans and I think some like military reserve people to like make ventilators or something. He said that today.
It has to think he'd just be talking.
Trump?
Yeah.
No, he was reading today. He was definitely reading.
Okay.
I was watching most of it.
Yeah,
and
but
he was
sometimes they
reading.
just tell him to just be talking. Maybe he'd just be talking. I don't know.
I think they've actually turned a lot of that Trump off. I think because it's been a lot of very like direct him reading. Like, I mean, he still gets in his like, you know, where he lists something for a long time and then says like how great they all are and like how big they all are. Did you see him talk about the airplane?
No.
Oh my god.
What? What did he say about the airplane?
Oh, he was talking about all this shit they dealed out to Boeing today, and they're like, but they gave us this airplane, and he pulls out a picture of it and holds it up. He's like, it's the biggest in the world. We're gonna ship everything all over with the biggest. This airplane is the biggest in the world, and they're letting us use it. And it was hilarious because he had the picture like sitting there next to him the whole time, like. You know, and it's just a picture of an airplane. It's not impressive. It's on the ground. Like, it's a big airplane, but there's also nothing to scale it except for maybe like a person. And so it's not even an effective picture, but
Yeah,
I thought
ridiculous.
It was really.
See, that's why I don't be
really
believing this,
hilarious.
dude. Can't be believing weird stuff.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. You know.
And where did Joe Biden go? Who knows?
Shit, he can't talk. You haven't listened. Man. They have him like going live and stuff. And I don't actually see him going live. I just see the.
Did you hear the?
I just see the clips that the Republicans go viral with, and they're all of like Joe Biden talking all funny. Can't even say when he is talking. It's all incoherent. You don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. He's all trying to be like just on the spot without a script. He can't really do anything because the boy's all old and he's losing his marbles. Done too many damn drugs.
Or he's just old and he's
No,
a white person.
boy,
and
he
white
been-
person aged poorly.
Come on, Joe Biden been done did the drugs since the 80s, boy.
His son did do crack.
Yeah, where he just
He
like
robbed-
father like
I
son,
think-
boy. What you think?
Yeah, that's
Damn.
Hunter Biden, known story.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you
he
right
did
now,
some
I've
crack.
seen Joe Biden do drugs one time. I didn't actually see him one time, but that's how positive I am that motherfucker done some drugs before.
Hell yeah,
And now it's catching up.
I met
What you
Joe
gonna do?
Biden once too.
You met him?
Yeah,
I didn't meet that fool for real.
yeah.
What did he say to you?
Huh?
What did he say to you?
I don't know, something about like Sally Horseman. I don't know. He yelled some shit at me.
That's hilarious. What was that? What was that whole thing about? I never actually saw the clip. I
I
just
don't
heard
know.
everybody talking about it.
I feel like I've been pretty open about this. Maybe it was in some of the earlier ones about like how I kind of feel bad or was feeling bad for Joe Biden because like I was like, this dude is, you know, kind of
Losing his marbles.
declining.
Yeah.
He's declining. And I was like watching it happen and I kind of felt bad, but then it became like more and more of a joke. And I was like, well, maybe it's just me and people are just like making it a joke and I'm making it too serious. Like I have a bad habit of being too serious sometimes. I know that. And people kept kind of joking about all the gaffes and like making fun of him a little bit here and there. And then now it's just like, we have a, you know, health crisis going on. And he disappears, and it's just like now I feel like
Hell yeah, he's got to be locked in his house, boy.
right. I'm scared. It's just I feel bad because I
You
felt
see
bad for a
Scarface
while.
got it?
Al Pacino got
Not that Scarface. I'm talking about Scarface Ghetto Boys.
no. I did not hear that. That's
Yeah,
way
Scarface,
more.
boy. He got the virus. Oh. They said he tested positive for the COVID-19.
That's okay. He's got money. He can. I'm sure he'll get good
Hopefully he'll be
treatment.
all right. You know what? He was just running, and he lost his last election, but he was running for his thing. Maybe he won. No, I don't think he won. I think he just lost. Anyways, look that up for me real quick. Look at Scarface in Houston, I think. when he was running for his
I
little
remember
region.
him running. I don't know if he won or not.
I forgot his actual name. I only know him as Scarface. What am I gonna do? But
It's
yeah,
actually that.
they said
that
he got
on
the
hit
virus,
on the ballot,
boy.
Scarface.
I didn't read too much about it after that. It was just like breaking news. Scarface got the virus, and I was like, oh man, no.
Tom Hanks. It got Tom Hanks and his
How's
wife.
he doing?
I don't know.
Last time I seen Chet Hanks in regular English was it said, my parents are cool.
Yeah.
They're just chilling
Yeah.
over there, waiting it out. They're cool. But that was kind of like a week ago. I haven't heard nothing recently.
I also heard he did that like with his shirt off for some reason when he posted that.
He want attention, boy.
It's so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Crazy.
Hella crazy. Well, what else do we got to talk about besides just the virus here? I don't want to talk about that forever. There's been some new music came out. You listen to that new 𝗏𝗃 Gambino or Donald Glover? It's supposed to be a Donald Glover joint, but when I look Donald Glover up on Spotify, it don't come up.
Nope.
But when
The
I
new
go
album?
to 𝗏𝗃 Gambino,
Oh.
it's there. So that's weird. That's annoying. But what you gonna do? But I know I put it in the background. I made it about 3 tracks in. And I was like, man, that's a little weird for the mood that I thought it was gonna be for right now. I'm trying to work. This got me freaking out. It's weird.
That algorithm song, right? When it comes in with like that
Is that
kind of like demon robot voice.
What number is that? What track? Is
2.
that? Oh yeah, it must have been that one. I was like, this is weird.
Because it comes in okay. You're like, okay, a little bit of Gambino. Like, okay, this isn't normal or not bad though. Okay, I can. And then that one comes in and it's still kind of weird. But then he starts rapping and then you're like,
He
oh,
comes
this
in
took a
with,
turn.
yeah, that really distorted voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I don't. Again,
I mean, once
I
I
just-
listened to it a few
Yeah,
more
I would-
times, I was like, okay, I can kind of get it a little bit more now. There's a lot going on there and like the layers of the sounds and it's kind of creepy and weird, but I don't know. That's what all his albums do to me where he like is really good at setting my emotional mood when you start an album in one of his albums. Like the last one, what's the name of that album?
Awake My Love?
Yeah.
Awake My Love. That's
Like,
the one.
When you listen to that album in the order that it's in and like through, I don't know, it gets me going, like my emotions going of like how I feel about a song, or I'm like, what the fuck, like what? And I remember that feeling, but now every time I listen to it, I get this, response to that, but I enjoy it even more every time, and I don't know, he's really good at making music for me, in my opinion, that gets me into it at that level, and that's what I love about it. And so from what I've heard from it, I've really liked, but it definitely has been way different than I thought it would be. And it went in all kinds of different directions that I didn't expect as well. And so I've really enjoyed it.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't make it that far. I got where
You
shit
quit?
got weird and I wasn't paying attention like crazy. But I was doing something else and I was hoping to just vibe out while I did something else, and a few songs in I'm like, man, this is not it. This is like third time I'm looking at the speaker like, when is this gonna feel better or get better? And I wasn't hearing it. So I turned it off. But you know what? Again, I feel like that about shit sometimes, and then give me a little bit of moment, a little bit of time to sit with that shit, and then I fuck with that shit heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what song that I did that with that took a 100% complete turn for me was King Kunta. King Kunta.
You didn't like
when
it.
I first heard it, I love funky joints, and I thought it was just felt weird about it. I was like, there's something weird, but I don't like this song. It's weird, and I don't like. There was something about just like the melody choice or whatever. Like there was just something about that, and I didn't fuck with it the first time I heard it, and then like a week later, 2 weeks later, maybe like a month later, I was just letting the album run through rather than choosing songs, whatever. I was just letting the album run through.
Mm-hmm.
And that song came on. And when I heard it that time, it hit like a switch in my head that was like, this song is perfect. That's why I didn't like it before. That's what I didn't like the first time I heard it, was that it was so perfect. I didn't like it. It made me feel
uncomfortable.
Made me feel uncomfortable. I don't like this. Why does it make me feel like this? And then I really heard it, and I'm like, man, you know why? Because that's the song of the year.
It's that spot.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, fuck. That's why it got me. It caught me off guard. Because King Kunta was the joint of that year, boy. That song is so nasty.
Indeed.
So nasty.
Indeed.
For free ending with that little spoken poetry bit with her saying that you ain't no king, and then it's King Kunta next.
Yeah. Oh yeah, boy.
Or that whole album.
Kendrick is brilliant at like setting the mood of an album too. Like, ooh man, he like Good Kid, Mad City. That album, like where it takes you all kinds of places, and like the skits in that are so. I love the fucking skits in that album where they just kind of set the mood for everything of like what's going on and like letting you feel like that what really goes on in like those songs, but giving you this different kind of a true perspective of like people getting shot and shit and like going through that. But then you have like all this like beautiful rap music around it and poetry and beats and oh man, I love Kendrick Lamar. I love that album.
Hell yeah.
There's a podcast that I was listening to. It's called Dissect. Every season they're doing like going through an album. Have you heard it?
No, Spotify tells me to listen to it all the time though.
The first season is the first like pilot episode is going through Good Kid, Mad City. First season is all of To Pimp a Butterfly, and I think like the third or fourth is Damn. Every episode is that the guy going through like one song at a time.
Dang.
What do you say about King Kunta? Did he dedicate 3 hours to the genius that it was?
It was like 45 minutes.
Does he say that it's the best song of all time?
You just found clips of you saying that it was the song of the year for 2016 and just looped them over and
First
over
of all,
yeah.
First of all, it was 2015 because the song of 2014 was "If It Ain't About the Money." Don't be blowing me, yeah. If it ain't about the money.
March 15th, 2015.
Come on, boy. You already know what I be knowing. I don't know a lot, y'all. But I know a little bit.
That one I was unsure of because you're always within a year. And usually my guess is not within a year of yours.
King Kunta. I remember I must have heard it right then. It must have been my birthday and everything because that's March 15th. My birthday is March 16th.
Ooh.
So it was right before my birthday. I probably listened to it on my birthday. And I was like, this is the most perfect song I ever heard on my birthday. This is weird. I don't like this right now. You freaking me out. I was trying to feel good about my birthday. Right now I'm feeling good about how good this song is. That it's so good that I don't like it. Turn this shit off. And I didn't listen to it again for a while. And then it came on its own. I was like, damn. That's my joint. I even had it as my ringtone for a minute. Because I'm still an old motherfucker who puts songs as ringtones.
You do.
If Apple didn't charge for ringtones, I'd be doing that too.
I just make them because Android lets you make them.
Yeah.
So, shout out to making your own.
This guy's sweating us Apple users about.
Hey, dude.
MP3
I'm not a sucker.
ringtones.
Like, Apple's for suckers. I'm not a lollipop, y'all. My bad. I did play the main character of the main lollipop guild, Munchkin, and the play of the Wizard of Oz, and I believe it was the 4th grade.
There's a main Munchkin
in the book, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the book there's a main Munchkin. No, a main lollipop guild Munchkin.
You know
I had a few lines.
How many lines?
At least 2.
Do you remember him?
Not at all. You know what? It was fun and everything, and it was tight. But I felt like I remember feeling so ashamed that I bitched out of the tryouts for the Scarecrow. And Wizard of Oz is my mom's favorite movie, right? And since I was a kid, me and her always sang the Scarecrow. I thought he was tight, right? So here I'm in 4th grade. It was my opportunity to do it. And I kind of like bitched out. It was like heavy, you know? and I knew that the tryouts were coming out, and I, whatever, and I was gonna tell my mom when we got home, and then we got home, and I was like, I was gonna tell her in a little bit, and then after a little bit, I forgot, and then I remembered, and it was too late, and I told her, and then she was like, she got mad, and she wanted me to still go, and I was all scared. I don't know why I was all scared about it, but I was all scared, and I didn't go for the tryouts for Scarecrow. And I was something else. I got 2 other roles. They were cool. Whatever. But like that whole play is kind of blacked out in my memory because I feel like all ashamed about it. Like I should have been Scarecrow.
Dang.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to do that again. That was There you go.
I can have a gentle clap or a very loud clap. Justin's got a loud clap too. He once said God made his hands for clapping. He told me that.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that.
Mm-hmm.
Look, dude, if people have their purposes, like I'll tell you, like if that shit's real, again, I don't know. I wasn't there. But if there's like give and a take, it's like, yo, my lips were not made for whistling. No matter how hard I try, no matter what I do, I've watched the YouTube videos. I've sat with people when I was a little kid. Like I remember when I was a little kid. I remember
the ebook Whistling for Dummies.
Yo,
I got it all.
I literally remember feeling. I was talking to my mom about whistling. I was maybe talking to somebody else. Maybe my cousin was staying over. I was talking to them about whistling. I was a little kid, and I remember thinking about like, damn, like I can't wait until I'm old enough and I've learned to whistle. In the same way that you can't wait to read, and you're like a little kid. You're like, man, I can't wait to read, right? Yeah. Because like, I want to understand what the fuck everybody else is talking about. You guys are all making fun of me because I don't know what's up because I can't read that. I can't wait to read. And you start reading when you're a little kid. And you're like, you get it. And then once you do it so much, you forget almost that it was so tight to like learn it, right? I never learned to whistle. Mm-hmm. Ever. Still to this day. But.
Can't do no finger whistles like wee wee wee.
But not at all, dude. Not at all.
None of that.
Absolutely not.
You can teach yourself.
I tried. I tried,
I taught myself
dude.
how to whistle with my fingers.
I tell you right now. That's about what I got. Poor thing, huh? That's what I got.
Yeah,
but look,
teach yourself
but look. Here's the give now, right? Because if that was taken from me, oh man, you know what I'm saying? You don't got them lips for that. Oh shit. Well, I got a motherfucking clap.
Ooh.
That will silence a room, or almost immediately start some kind of applause. Which is fun to do.
How many?
And
does
people
it
don't
take?
believe me. Oh, just one. Just one. You get one whack. And by the time you go second, somebody claps with you. And bap, you don't even have to slow. I try to slow clap it, and it doesn't even work. My shit is so loud. Somebody always jumps in. Or
do we have especially
if we're in a closed room, if we're in a closed, it'll fuck it. It'll. I ain't trying to fuck the mics up. We just got them.
Not but like in front of them.
Bow. I got to clap, right? So to not fuck with people around me, I've learned I'll do this, and I call it the Rob Dyrdek Clap because I've seen him clap like that on Rob Big or Ridiculousness, and he'll go like that, like just to be stupid. And so I'll do that, and I don't give a fuck if motherfuckers judge me because I'm like, you know what? Because I don't really know how to turn it down. Sometimes it accidentally, like it just hits wrong or whatever, but then it hurts my hand. I don't want to hit like that. When I hit where it don't hurt my hand, it claps. And that's just loud. And so it's like give and take. Boy, look, I can't whistle, but I can clap.
And we'll see y'all next week. This was
the Lone Ranger vs. Tonto podcast.
We're going to end it like that? That's going to be the ending?
This is the Lone Ranger.
This is episode 10.
Double digits.
We've made it into 2 digits. This is the first like milestone.
I'm only impressed in base 12.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Everybody else likes 10. 12 is cool. Whatever.
12 is way
You
too
need
weird.
eggs? 10 eggs would be weird.
10 eggs
You know
would
what
be
I'm saying?
weird.
I hate when you get these weird boxes of beer that had like 10 beers. That's fucking trash. Just give me 12.
Even when the ones that are like +3, you get 3 more beers. It's 15. You're like, kind of wanted 12.
That's that motherfucking bullshit.
Kind of wanted 12.
So, yeah, in that case. But we're not talking about beers. We're talking about podcasts. And podcast 10 is pretty cool. We appreciate anybody that's made it this far into the goddamn podcast. I feel like I keep saying that, though. We're doing this shit during motherfucking COVID. And,
safely. With distancing.
I clean the shit out of everything.
Clean the shit out of the undisclosed
We got our own
location,
blunts and shit.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing our part, B. Look, stay over there, B. Make sure that you walk that way when we bounce, too. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we all have routes around
Social
the house
distancing.
that we've stuck to. Where
Keep
we
it
all
up.
have to stay away from each other. And, yeah. So, I think it, how do we end this shit now?
Don't be scared, but also don't be one of those people that says it's nothing and doesn't fall. You know what I'm saying? Stay at home. Do your thing.
Don't panic. Stay at home.
Yeah.
Also, even when they tell you to go back to work in like 2 more weeks, stay home.
Whenever it is.
Don't do it.
Don't be surprised if it's longer.
Sit it out
And
for
I don't-
months. We can do this for months. We are
don't know how
ready
long
to do
we
it for
can do
months.
this.
I have to believe that we can figure
I'm
out
talking
how.
about the economy, boy. That's why these fools are freaking out about it. Is because these rich people ain't trying to give them no dough. And so, unless these rich people decide to start giving them some dough, we'll see if this happens. But that's never happened before. And that's the Lone Ranger versus Tonto up in this hole.
Ooh. Peace.
What? That was stupid.